ladies and gentlemen.
Do you know what time it is?
It's
Caleb, what time is
o'clock.
it?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
I guess that's not what time it is. That's what day it is.
Yeah.
It's 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. You made it.
You
Good
made
job,
it.
folks.
Welcome, everyone.
You made it
Yep.
on time for a very special episode.
Yeah.
This is the Producer Lounge. This is our podcast. It's wonderful. We talk about music production and everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even stuff that has nothing to do with it.
Oftentimes. Hello, G.
We go there.
Oh, what's up,
What's
boy?
up,
G in the
G?
chat,
Welcome
trying
to
to
the
win
party.
that $20.
Trying to get his money. Trying to get that money.
That's right. Doing a little giveaway today.
Oh,
Yeah.
sheesh.
Yeah.
All you have
It'll
to
be
do
fun.
To enter, and we'll probably go over this multiple times, is be a follower and type 400 in chat.
A follower of Christ, of course.
Exclamation point 400, I'm assuming.
No, I think the keyword is just 400.
All right.
Just 400.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Fucking.
Yeah, so stay tuned. That'll be at the end of the episode. We're just going to
400.
pick someone at random. It'll be cool. Spur of the moment idea. We're trying it out. Someone just gets $20 today for no reason.
That's right. Oh, the boy with the prime.
4 months.
Let's go.
Well, it's episode 45,
Damn.
and we have Kyle back. Everyone,
right.
welcome, Voyager.
Everyone.
Legend
He's
in
back.
the building.
He's back with stacks and Big Macs.
Oh, and a
Yep.
even bigger sack.
Yeah.
He's got a big
He's
stack.
got some tracks.
And fat stack of tracks.
That's whack, too.
Yeah.
That's whack.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. Glad
Good,
to be
dude.
here.
Yeah,
it's
man.
always
yeah.
fun.
Yeah. We've
No.
done it before, but I guess for those who don't know you want to say a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Yeah, I make music under the name Voyager. My name is Kyle, my actual name. And I don't know, I've been making music, electronic music for since 2013, 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, off and on, hobbyist, sometimes super serious, sometimes I've taken like little breaks here and there, but yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, mostly these days I focus on like bass music, kind of glitchy, experimental stuff, but still approachable enough.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to
Cool, man.
have fun.
That's crazy.
yeah.
You're coming up on the 10 year.
That's
That's the
wild.
mastery number.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool having done it for a while. Like I definitely feel a lot more comfortable.
Right.
I just feel way more comfortable doing it than I did like even like a few years ago, let alone like when I was just like 2 or 3 years into it.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. You're in there. You're maneuvering things, and
Mhm.
it doesn't feel like you are wondering why you're doing anything anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
Now I'm just trying things, but I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, that's
Must
kind
be
of how
nice.
the progression has gone for me. It's like playing around, not knowing what you're doing, and then eventually getting a really good idea of what you're doing and doing like really complex intentional stuff. And now I'm at the point where it's like I just want to like intentionally mess stuff up, but like I know what I'm doing enough to know if
Right.
it's like actually
Right,
messed up or
right.
not,
Mhm.
and then I can just like run with it and use it in cool ways. I
Right.
guess.
Yeah.
That's how my sound design is done. Like 90% of
Absolutely.
it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Welcome
Yeah.
back, Accurate.
Oh,
There is a giveaway, sir.
welcome, buddy.
Yeah.
Just type 400 in the chat and you're eligible.
Yeah, we're going to roll that bitch out at the end of the episode.
Yep.
Mhm.
There it is.
Hey.
G's in.
Oh, the,
G
oh,
wants
the
that
first
money.
entry. Oh,
He wants
second
that money.
entry. Wait, I want to see if I
Two
can
for
enter.
you guys.
Well, sick,
No,
man.
maybe I,
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
How is how the tunes been lately?
Yeah, I've been I've been super busy with life right now.
Weird.
We've been,
Okay.
yeah, the world can know. Yeah, like just had my wife and I just had COVID at like the end of November and in December, and then we were getting a house. We just bought a house and just been super busy with that stuff.
Yeah.
So music has taken a little bit of a back seat to that, but like I've still been playing around making beats and stuff for fun just to keep from getting like too rusty, you know. 'Cause,
Right.
Totally.
Right.
yeah, I'm sitting on some finished stuff, planning on releasing an EP this summer.
Let's go.
And I want to like really get into making a lot of stuff at that point. So, so it's been a little on the down low
Yeah.
recently, but still
I hear ya.
staying with it. Yeah.
Sick, dude. Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. EP in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I don't know. Are you supposed to talk about? I don't know how that stuff works. It's going to be
I think
released
at our
on
level
on
it
a
doesn't
thing.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
It's your tunes.
It's
Yeah.
when you got somebody breathing down your neck about it later on,
Right.
and there's tickets to be sold or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Totally.
When people start to care.
Yeah.
What a strange point that's going to be when we hit that level. And like,
Yeah.
if you're working with a label or like promotion, they're like, do not fucking say a word, or we're
Yeah.
gonna chop your dick off, dude. Like, don't do it. Don't say it.
I wouldn't do well with that. I
I know,
them
right?
saying that would be like, all right, I have to hint it somehow. I'm gonna do something.
Yeah,
like,
you do something. You do
Yeah.
something. A little wink.
yeah. But yeah, I am gonna be releasing it on a label, but it's like a small independent label.
Hell
so
yeah.
It's not anything crazy, but still cool.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, totally.
Sick.
What label?
It's called the Rust
The
Music.
Rust, okay.
Yeah,
Are
they're
they a Denver thing?
nah, I think they're based in Philly.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and they got some really cool stuff that they release on there. And like a lot of like underground, lesser known people, but then also some people who are like a little bit better known. Like at least within the bass music scene. Like
Sure.
Yeah.
like I think Duffrey or whatever. I think he's got some releases
okay.
on there.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Like Vector has released some stuff on there, and
They're
some,
called
like,
Rust.
the
Cool.
Rust
The Rust.
music. Yeah.
Sounds industrial. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they're good. I've been like following them for a while. They got some good stuff,
Cool.
and they seem
Hell yeah.
really chill to work with too.
Love to
Yeah.
hear it. Love to hear it.
Totally.
Well,
Yeah.
awesome, man. Well, I got some topics we could chat about.
Okay.
I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Is there any prep that you do before you get into the studio to work on
great question.
tracks or anything? Is there like any like
Pre-stewed?
pre-stewed like mental?
Pre-stewed mental?
Anything like pre-stewed mental is a
Yeah.
Do you
example.
meditate with crystals in hand, like the incense?
Probably.
Yeah.
Channel your inner hired creative force.
Yep. Do a
Kind of though.
few Wim
Not-
Hof.
Let's go,
Like
yeah.
Not in a corny way, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
I
kinda.
totally do that.
Yeah.
Not with the crystals, but I definitely like take a moment. And I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Just
Totally.
Beg the muse to give you something.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I like to meditate, but like this.
Please.
Plead. to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Muse.
Yeah. No, I definitely do some form of that. Like I make sure that I try to make sure I'm not in like a self-critical mindset. Because I think for me, I'm most creative when I'm like okay with making bad music, and I think it's kind of counterintuitive because when I'm like okay, I'm gonna make a shitty song, half the time it ends up being kind of sick, and letting go of that pressure really helps me. So I try to make sure
that's
that I'm in
huge.
that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the tip of the
Weirdest
week
thing how
right
that
there.
works. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a
Right.
shitty song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go,
Yeah.
go make a shitty song.
And sometimes you actually make a shitty song and it's like hilarious and it's still great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's sick in
Right.
a way
Oh,
just
yeah.
because it's like super funny or wonky
Yeah,
or weird.
yeah.
Yeah. Your butt is in the seat. Your ears are listening.
Totally.
It's like you just gotta at least put the time in. And yeah, you made a shitty song. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorites that I recently made was I'm just going to smash as much shit on the fucking DAW as I can. It was just like move as quickly as possible and just don't care and just
Mm.
make a bunch of things. And yeah, it just
Dude.
worked out.
Yeah, some of my favorite songs I've made are like pretty much came together like that. Like I don't even give a shit where anything's coming from. I'm just gonna like run with
Just
it.
dragging random samples in as fast as possible and
Yeah.
stretching
Yeah.
shit.
Not
Yeah, yeah.
overthinking it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to remind yourself that, like, you're gonna go make a shitty song, but 90% of your songs are shitty.
Yeah.
So you just kind of got to keep that ratio like you can't get to the next good one until you do 9
Right.
shitty ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
keep on chugging.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
talking about mindset, I think that's super important though.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'll have times where I'm like, I make 10 shitty song ideas in a row, and I'm like, I'll have the idea of like, crap, am I ever gonna make a good
Right.
song again?
And then the next song you make without even realizing, you're like, this one's fire. And then you're like, oh yeah, I just thought about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
Sick. We're good.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
good, boys.
All right,
Right.
we're here.
Still
we're
got
out
it.
here.
Do you guys
I'm
ever have
so
that moment?
good at this.
Dude, we're just
I'm
fucking
Immediately,
Yeah,
your
exactly.
ego goes through the roof. Right?
Yeah,
It goes.
you're like,
yeah.
I'm the fucking sickest shit ever.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks of this but me, dude.
Yeah. Do you guys ever have that moment though, where it's like after that initial high, and you're like, "I'm the fucking shit." Do you ever get the thought of like, "Oh, this is the best song I'm ever gonna write," and it's downhill from here. Like I'm fucked from here. That was the banger.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
I used
Right.
to, but it kind of changed when I realized like the next song was always better. Like the next good one.
Yeah.
Like you do the
Yeah.
9 shitty ones, but the next good one is like way better than the last good one, which
Yeah.
is also kind of a double-edged sword because you're like, while you're writing, you're like, this one's shit because I know in 10 more songs I'll have a better one, even though this one's pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
like it's always like.
You almost don't give it the love it needs because you just kind of know.
No, yeah, like that's the trap. I don't fall into that trap. I'm just like, I'm just gonna push through and make a cool song.
You gotta finish it.
Yeah, but that's also why I don't like go back to old tracks that often. Like once it's kind of done and I've put in it as much mental energy as I'm gonna give it, and by that I mean I haven't touched it in a week, and I have 4 other tracks that are better now. It's gone.
yeah.
It's just let her run. Just she's on the farm now. She's fine.
Right.
You know, just leading her out to pasture. You know.
Yeah.
Farmer Caleb.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes tracks just got to die before they're even,
Yeah.
fully seen the light. But if you got like 4 other ones and 2 of those kind of convey the same thing that one did,
Yeah.
but doing it better,
Right.
like what are you going to do?
I have a hard time with that sometimes. Like, I still have some old songs that I made like 5 years ago or
Yeah,
something,
no,
and every
yeah.
once in a while I still go back and I'm like, man, I need to finish this. This is sick. But
Yeah, I
have that thought too.
think
Yeah.
about that until I listen to it. The moment I'm listening to it, I'm like, no, all I want to do is listen to it on loop. There's nothing I can do.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I get stuck. I'm like, it's a minute and a half long and it's awesome, but like I don't know how I could recreate
Yeah, like
that
you
as a
have
full
to
song now.
crack it
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
Or like,
You'd have
what
to-
do I add? How do I evolve?
Yeah.
And dude, that's the hardest part. Like I feel like, and that's what you were kind of saying with like that kind of workflow thing. Is it's almost like a flow state, like mentality kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like when you don't give a fuck and you're just throwing shit at the wall and pitching and stretching, like something kind of cool comes out most of the time, you know? But like when you already have an idea and you're like, oh, this is a sick idea, I need to kind of like keep it in this frame, but it's not quite there, like that's fucking hard.
Yeah, it's
Because then
super
you're bringing
tough.
in like the left brain, logical,
Yeah.
analytical, critical, not the creative, and it's a
and
way
they
different
fight.
thing.
Yeah.
And they fight, yeah.
Yeah, it just
Little
it,
tug of
it
war.
ends up like clogging my brain to the point where I can't move. Like I just can't. I'm like
Yeah.
nothing. I can't
Yep.
think about it. All I'm in in
Yeah.
this nostalgic like loop,
Yeah.
and I know how dangerous it is, so I just immediately close it. I'm just like nope, that
Yeah.
song, nope.
It's gone.
It doesn't even need to be printed. Like it just needs
It's gone.
to go away.
gone. Let
it
It's
die.
just a nostalgic
Yeah.
quicksand pit.
yeah.
And yeah, I can't. Ugh. I've wasted many months on like working on tracks,
Mm.
and
Trying to refine tracks like that. Oh,
Yeah.
it could be. You get done with it. You're like, all right, I got it done, and then you go back and listen to the original, and then the done
Yeah.
one. You're like, oh, I made it so bad. Why?
Yeah,
how did
yeah.
I fuck it up so bad
Totally,
from
yeah.
where it was
It's a
before?
bunch of like filler and just like random stupid stuff in there. Yeah.
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 It's like compressed too hard or like
Yeah.
EQ'd to fuck to where it's
Yeah.
like, oh wait, now it doesn't sound the same anymore. It sounds like
Right.
Yeah.
weirdly polished, but not like the greatest.
Oh, okay.
Vibe.
That's something I actually wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Now in the moment that I think about it. Me and AT were working on this track the other day, and everything sounds fine and nice and level during the song, and then at the very end we have just an ARP playing, and it gets so goddamn loud, like out of nowhere. And so what we did is we did a bunch of like bus mixing and compression and limiting for everything. And I imagine maybe we just like pumped it too hard or compressed it too hard or did something, but like what is it what is making it get super loud just in that moment, or like what's bringing that sound up?
Is there nothing else there?
Yeah, it's just that.
Yeah.
And like maybe a
and
noise.
other times that sound has stuff next to it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep, you're compressed.
So we
And
just
then-
compressed it probably way too hard.
Yeah.
Or not enough. It's kind of like it'll kind of do the same thing one way or the other.
You could
Yeah,
compress the
right.
individual sound. It's
Right.
the overall compression.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
it's called,
exactly.
like the
costing it.
master
Yeah,
bus or
like
whatever.
the master limiter. The moment there's no other sounds filling it up, it just pulls that ARP out of the darkness.
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
exactly how it sounds.
Yeah, yeah,
You're like, what the
exactly.
fuck?
Yeah.
'Cause it's the only thing. Like,
It's not fighting for
Yeah.
room anymore.
Right.
and an easy
It
way
is
to
the room.
An easy way to fix that, if you like the way the mix is handling with everything together, is just automate that ARP to go quiet. So
Yeah.
it's not going to
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
doesn't. It's now you just turn the volume down till the limiter no longer grabs it, and then you know where to put the ARP once everything disappears.
Yep.
Just
That's a good
when
one.
in doubt, automate.
Yeah.
I wish there was a easier way to say that rolled off the tongue.
Like a
I
snazzy-
know, right?
Yeah.
Something that
When in
rhymes.
doubt, automate.
Automate it, bro.
When
Our
in
new
doubt,
slogan.
auto doubt, auto mount.
When in
Nailed
doubt,
it.
So
automate.
quickly, Accurate said maybe it's because I don't do music for a living, but I love pretty much all of my songs except one. They're just mixed and mastered horrifically.
Damn.
I get that because
Yeah,
a
I
lot
do
of my
get that
old
too.
songs I like I still
Yeah.
like them, but
And
I
they're
can't
your
touch 'em.
babies.
I'm not going to touch them with a
Yeah.
10-foot pole.
Right.
Yeah.
Like-
Not going to go back to it.
No, and
Yeah.
I don't really like listen to them. Like I did like years 1 through 4, 3. I would go back and be like, oh yeah, this track is cool. Like knowing it was trash, but I just thought it was neat, which was fine. And then somewhere along the line, it was kind of when you and me were kind of like, no, new music always. Like we just have to continue
Right.
listening to the newest shit. We have to stay on like the tip of the wave at any moment. And I was like, yeah, why am I like listening to I should only listen to my shit if it's the stuff I'm making in reference to what's new. Like, so I only listen to like the last like 4 tracks or the ones I'm trying to get through, you know, like once a track is done, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll listen
Yeah.
to it when I DJ it. It's fine,
Exactly.
you know?
I think it's good to limit how much you listen to your own music in general too, especially before you're done with the song, because
Yes,
like
Yeah.
then your brain, or at least for me, my brain just associates whatever unfinished state it is in as like that is the song, and so any change I make sounds
Right. Again, you have
wrong.
to like crack it open.
And I think that's
Yeah.
why going back to old projects are so hard for me, at least, because it's like
Same.
that is the song. Like my brain has decided,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I can't
Yeah, it
do anything to it.
It like puts your hands behind your back every time you try and work on it. Like you're like, what if I disable the snare? And then you're like, it's foreign. What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, or you try and put a new snare in there and you'll spend like an hour and you're like, wow, this is so bad.
Yeah. And it
Like,
could honestly
I'm a
be better,
professional.
but you
This
just
is
think
so
it's bad because you're
Yeah.
used to it.
Right, exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
You have that like weird, I don't know
it
what
might
that
be
is.
totally fine.
Yeah.
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 It's a really good bit of advice. Don't just make a loop and listen to that loop over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like what we all do for
Right.
a long time, but
You kind of have to
you have
disassociate.
to fucking not do that.
Yeah.
Figure out what sounds good, stop,
Yeah.
do things, and then
Yeah,
play
don't-
it to see if that's good, and then stop, and then do more things.
That's why I'm scared when people just will let a loop go and sit there and like jam, but then the jam part is over and now they're like looking for other things and it's still just looping. I'm like,
right.
Yeah,
what do
save
you,
that.
you got to stop.
mental-
You're using a bunch of RAM right now, like a bunch of mental RAM. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
in the computer and your brain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You're clogging,
yeah.
CPU overload.
Yeah.
What's up,
clogging
Jet?
up the pipes.
Jet, welcome back, baby. It's been a while.
Type 400 in chat and
Yeah.
enter that giveaway, bruh.
We got a little giveaway going down. Some random homie gets
we
20
talk-
smackers.
Can we talk about the rise of pop punk today?
You mean the fall?
Oh, are we just talking
Sorry.
about random TikTok videos where people are making fun of punk pop?
Are we about to
Pop-
talk
Yeah,
about
I don't
MGK?
know.
Are they?
What?
Are people making fun of pop punk? I mean,
it's more
Or is it
emo
actually rising?
in my head?
I think
Yeah.
it kind of is, yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't really know either, but I know like MGK has been on my
That's
feed
unfortunate.
for no reason all the time, and I think he's like he's like a pop punk guy, right?
Like I
used to be a rapper.
100% enjoy hyperpop 1,000 times more than pop punk.
What about hyper pop punk?
Oh, there we go.
That would then
Okay.
immediately go trash. It would
Yeah,
be
it's
garbage.
gone.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's like
Once
punk
the
music with
vocals are in
808s
there, it's over.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. See, no, it is popular on TikTok. People love doing that
Well,
shit.
people like trolling it. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's what I'm
For sure.
talking about.
Yeah.
Apparently, Travis Barker's trying
Travis
to make
Barker.
pop punk back to life. Well,
That dude should just
go
fucking
drum-
evolve
he
as a
needs-
musician.
You know what? He needs to get like a tattoo or something.
yeah,
you know what I
he
mean?
needs at least one tattoo.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough.
Yeah, yeah.
He needs to like
Maybe
rebel.
instead of pop punk, just get another tattoo.
Yeah.
Travis Barker.
Yo, Travis, my dad's
Hey,
a tattoo
hot
artist.
take.
Hit me up, dude. I got you.
Or
Your dad really? I don't know.
play
he is
it-
actually, yeah.
Mosh.
playing a rock
I
and roll
know,
band.
right? It's a weird thing.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Rock and roll is 100% better than pop punk.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Or DJ dubstep.
Hey.
Like Shaq.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shaq knows what's going on.
It's a Shaq attack. That's right.
The biggest
Shaq is the
dubstep
goat.
DJ.
Is it blowing up in North America? Not really. There's always
I feel
been
like it's not, yeah.
there's always been a
No,
thread
I don't know.
of
I'm not
pop punk.
in that loop enough.
Same. Yeah.
I
have
know
no idea.
people who will like be like, oh, check out this band, just because like whatever. And at least like 4 years ago, there was like there was a couple bands that were like, it was still pop punk, but it was like produced modern, and like everything was a little more modern. The voice was
Couple
less.
synthesizers in there.
There is at least one, but still with like the silly pop punk aesthetic, and just like, we're white, but we're different. Like, no, you're not. You're not.
And I am very sad.
Yeah, you're not. Okay, you're lying. But you know, that's just my 2 cents.
I would honestly be completely okay with pop punk revival if they at least like tried to do something different with it. Like I see no point of a genre having a revival
Yeah.
if it's just going to do the same exact thing it already did.
I feel
it's like
that.
we did that, yeah, and we had the
Yeah.
time, and like pop punk was sick for whatever it was, and like all the people it inspired. But like even hyper pop punk like makes more sense. Like try and just
Yeah.
do something. with
Does
it.
make more sense.
Yeah,
Pop
Yeah.
punk with 808s.
yeah, yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know if you're thinking about it, but
He is
yeah.
currently trying to combine.
You know what?
All right, you know
Pop
what?
punk,
Go for it, bro.
Just fucking go.
Yeah.
Do it.
But-
Go for it. We aren't gonna like it very
But
much.
yeah, when you say EDM,
Yeah.
He might.
I
don't know.
might. I like a lot of random stuff,
Yeah.
but I might not like it. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter if I like it. Matters
Not
if
everyone's
you
gonna like
it.
everything. Yeah, Jed,
EDM
if
is
you feel
really
inspired,
broad.
do it.
EDM is like really broad though.
Yeah.
That's
like
true.
Yeah.
drum
true.
and bass.
Yeah.
Like
Rhythm, house.
yeah.
Fucking minimal.
There's-
house.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
sing in it?
In my experience so far, he's gonna be English right now. Combining pop punk and EDM, it's trying to combine EDM and pop punk. Yeah, that's right. It's a little hard to do. Right? Yeah, says Jay. And and then he ended with "isn't it?"
in it?
Right, for sure.
Oh, dude, I'm sure that's hard as fuck to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds. Yeah, I mean the hardest thing that I'm still kind of mulling over it. I want to figure it out, but I want to get like I want to tap into the aesthetic of like the nostalgia that kids love right now.
Mm.
You know, there was lo-fi and there's like vaporwave and retrowave and the 80s nostalgic thing. It's still there, but it's definitely dwindled.
Mm-hmm.
And 90s nostalgia's been kind of hot for like since COVID basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to work on like 2000s nostalgia.
Oh,
Getting
Trying to
ahead
figure
of the
that
curve
out.
before
Right.
that
ahead of the curve.
right,
Yeah.
starts.
So I was working on like a deep house version of Sandstorm. I still have the project file too. I need to bring it into Bitwig.
Yeah.
But it's like super like it's like lo-fi deep house, early trance and house and shit like that. So there's going to be the aesthetic of like the cheese that came with 2000s
Speaking of going
techno.
back to things, that one might be a rough one. Or
Yeah.
Well, don't know, maybe not.
I mean, not that version. Not our.
Oh no, that one's good.
Yeah, no, yeah, that one's fire. Yeah, okay.
Sandstorm by Darude.
Yeah,
that one's great.
Sandstorm by Darude. That one's fire.
Oh my God.
No, but this version, I didn't do a lot though. It's really
There
skeletal
you go.
and it's like super experimental. But I think if I can hit it right and I can get like the lo-fi feel, but the deep house like silk, you know, so it still sounds like nice, but it's trolling just enough. You know, it's kind of hard to put into words, but that's something I've been kind of mulling over for the
And then throw it into your trance sets.
right.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. Go for it.
Yeah. Right.
We'll give it to Travis and Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Throw in
definitely a
their
huge
sets.
80s revival. It kind of started, at least in terms of the 80s, like retrowave shit. It like started in like, ironically, the Baltic states, like Ukraine and Georgia and like the Eastern European spots. And then like there's a huge festival out there every year for like, it's all just 80s. Just retro wave
Oh,
shit.
what? I didn't know about that.
Everybody just wears leather and shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fun. That's AT's dream spot. Good
right.
Lord, we got to tell him about that.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you can't go there right now. It's a little hot. A little
Yeah.
hot over there, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll have it this year.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there we go. I was losing some left ear. I was like, am I going deaf? But it started over there, and then it's like, since that was like probably early 2000s. I want to say like 2002. There was shit popping off over there, and then France got a hold of it, and that was like late 2000s, and then it exploded in the early teens, and now it's in pop music, you know, everywhere. Like everything's got the big snare now, and shit. It's like all back.
The reverb snare.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, and we're back.
Yeah.
It's just people write better songs now,
Yeah.
kind of, because like the 80s
Right.
songs, sometimes you're like, what's going on? Why is this section in the song?
They just had found synthesizers.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
yeah.
just
They had
having
no
fun with
idea what to
synthesizers.
do.
Right?
Yeah.
We got to put it in there somehow.
Right.
Too
cool.
Square wave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Square wave with a filter
Yeah.
or
And,
whatever.
and
Have
then
you
let's
guys-
pretend to do this dance or something while it's happening.
Yeah. The montage dance
Yeah.
or the
Right.
workout. Yeah.
Hey.
Have you guys heard of Tom Dieselbelt by chance?
No.
He's like he's one of the OG like electronic guys.
familiar.
Okay.
Yeah, he was making. I think he put out his first electronic album in like '69. I think.
Oh wow.
He
Okay.
did a bunch of things in the '70s. Yeah. Give it a horn.
69.
Give it a wah. 69. Let's go. But yeah, he's he makes it's fucking weird, and it's honestly like hard to listen to because it was like one of the first
Experimental as
synthesizers
hell,
ever,
yeah.
and it was experimental. So it's just like random weird little like bleeps and bloops and
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It
Just a
wasn't-
I'm about
modular
that,
gear.
though.
But honestly, it's kind of cool in a way because it's like a precursor to people like Wolg or like Hebris and like all these like
I can
fucking
see that.
yeah, these dudes
Yeah,
are like just
'cause-
taking sound to a weird experimental non-danceable level.
Right. The moment
Yeah.
Giorgio Moroder put it in pop and like played an actual synthesizer. I can't remember the song. It's
I have no idea.
I think is it Diana Ross? I think so. Anyways, there's an iconic song, and it's like the first pop song to ever have a synthesizer. It's like 70,
Really?
74.
I wish I could just say
73.
the name of it.
Chat,
Like,
someone look this up for us.
Um,
First synthesizer in a song.
Diana
or pop
Ross.
songs.
In a pop song.
yeah, specifically, he was the first one to put it in a pop,
In a pop song.
And
Trailblazer.
I
and then
know, right?
and then
Yeah.
and then it took, if that came out in 74, it took like 8 years before it started becoming like really popular in every
Yeah,
pop
yeah.
song, which is kind of fun to see the progression of that.
Yeah.
But then again, back then it was like you had like 7 dudes making synthesizers in the world.
yeah.
It was like Moog and his friend, and then the other guy who did more modular stuff and his friend.
I know, right?
The
Yeah.
Bukla or whatever? Or was it a different
Yeah,
person?
no, I think
no
that's
idea.
who it is.
Yeah. Pretty sure the Bukla. I think it's pronounced
I
Bukla.
recognize that.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it is.
It's super weird. Fun fact about that: there's actually a Native Instruments Reactor Blocks set of modules as a plugin that model the Buchla, which is like the most bizarre,
Hell yeah.
weird type of synthesis. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's super fun to just play around with and make crazy
Is
sounds.
it free?
I forget.
What is it
I'm
called?
Not sure. It's the reactor blocks, and I don't know if it straight up says that it's a Buchla. It's like Buchla or something.
Jet says, any thoughts on Charlie Puth?
I don't know.
I don't really know much about him.
I don't know.
I just
who
know
is.
that
Yeah, he's
Benny
like a pop-
Blanco trolls him
Yeah.
on TikTok
That's
constantly.
that's my only.
It's literally Benny Blanco's entire TikTok is him trolling Charlie Puth. Like he always is just
honestly
like,
so good.
because you're bad,
'Cause you
because you're
suck.
awful, and oh, that shit's so funny. I know nothing about Puth.
Yeah. From
Yeah,
what I
I
have
don't
seen
know
though,
anything.
like he is like an amazing, like pop songwriter for sure. I'm pretty sure he has like fucking hella views and streams, so he's killing it. Keep doing you, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty
don't
sure
know.
he's a songwriter.
He's got some hits.
Yeah.
He's not only a singer, but he like writes for people too. So
Mm.
you're making money. Blocks Primes.
Bloctimus Prime.
Maybe, yeah. I don't even remember what the name of it is. I
What are we
played around
looking
with it literally once, and is this it? I think that might be it.
Modular Emulation.
Oh, the Buchla? There's like a VST. That's what we're looking up?
Yeah, but it's in like
Buchla.
Reactor,
Buchla?
and
The Buchla Easel.
Yeah,
It's by Arturia. Sick.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I remember I got it. Whatever the one I was using, it comes with like the complete Native Instruments complete thing. But yeah, it's super fun to do sound design with when you don't know what you're doing and just record crazy sounds and then like use them in a sampler later on and doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That interface is not appealing though.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that's a little brutal.
Talk about
Yeah,
it's like you're
it's
running a nuclear reactor. Dude.
I
Yeah,
know. That's
it's
exactly. It's too scary.
The way the synthesis works, it's like a completely different like design than
It's a bit of
like
an
the more
ARP on the
conventional
top left.
like subtractive
Strange.
synthesis or something like that.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, I think it's like the West Coast synthesis, and then the East
Right.
Coast synthesis was like Moog.
Oh,
whatever.
really?
Like
Yeah.
this
There's like an East Coast,
typical
West Coast thing. Wow.
modular style
Yeah,
that we're all more used to.
yeah, like that was the more like musical, approachable way of synthesis, and this was the more like I'm just gonna do crazy shit. Yeah.
That is actually insane to think about. Like, when was the first synthesizer made? Like 60s something, 64
or
something?
50s or something.
or 50s.
I don't know.
Like synthesizers really are so young, and like electronic music, even though it is like almost 70 years old, like that is a lot of time, but like it's still like such a baby genre or like baby
1952.
concept. 52, okay. 50, 67. Oh, so yeah,
RCA
70
made it?
exactly.
Radio Corporation of America.
Wow.
It was probably so they could go, boo doo doo. This has been a PSA.
That's wild.
Jet asks, with better VST or actual synth?
Oh,
Oh, the debate
that's
of
the
ages.
age-old question.
Yeah. Analog
Depending
versus
on-
digital.
Depending
vinyl
on who's in the
versus
room.
CD.
This is a fight. Yeah,
Right,
right.
exactly.
You trying to start some shit, Jet? That's what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
True, you're asking, you're like, hey, is this a pile of dog shit? Can we talk about it? It's like, you know.
Yeah, I'm curious
I-
on your guys'
who knows?
thoughts. What do you
man.
guys think?
I think it both are awesome. I don't know. I think like VSTs are capable of making stuff that's just as good sounding as hardware. Like we're at that point with technology. Like it's there, in my opinion. Someone else in the world completely disagrees with me, but that's what I think. And like it's based on what you want, I guess. Like it's nice to have a hardware synthesizer and actually like touch knobs and like have that tactile thing instead of just staring at a screen the whole time. And I think like semi-modular and modular stuff are really fun with hardware. And doing modular VSTs is like a pain in the ass to use. I haven't used a single modular VST that's like intuitive or like easy to use.
Yeah,
'Cause you're
just
literally
like
just
user
clicking.
friendly by any means.
Yeah, user friendly. Yeah. So like hardware is good for that, but then like software, like you can automate stuff, and you can have like unlimited modulators with stuff like Faceplant or
Yep.
something. And so it's like they both have their pros and cons, and they're both
Exactly.
good. Depends on what you're looking for. That's my
Right.
hot take, I guess.
Yeah, and the nice thing about digital too is it's if you have a laptop, you have like the world of synthesizers in a foldable thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Right.
at your fingertips, it's
Yeah.
right there.
Like it is super nice to be able to put two hands on something and like twist them both at once while you're like recording or whatever. Like that's definitely
Yeah.
advantageous. But those two knobs cost like $1,500, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
and now it's a thing that can break and needs to be repaired and maintained
Right.
and will break and will need to be maintained.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
and is tricky. And the cooler it is, the more expensive and most likely old it is. So the more likely that you'll have to repair it.
Right.
Like it's all dope, but it's also like a money pit when it comes to
Totally.
like physical things.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to the software, like if the PC dies, you know, you just get all your licenses back. You just
Right.
get all the synthesizers back downloaded. Boom, we're back up and running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you factor in like money and convenience, like digital, hands down, I think is better.
Yeah, especially for 90% of the producers that are still in
Yeah.
the cave.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I think you're gonna get a better product with a computer synthesizer. Typically, if you're gonna put the work in, because you get the precise element of it, where you
Right.
you literally get the same thing every time. If you ever fuck with a actual synthesizer, an analog synthesizer, it is not giving you the same thing every time.
It's a
Like
little,
even
yeah.
a simple thing that's supposed to be the same thing every time. It's just slightly different
Right.
each time.
And that can be a good or bad thing depending on what you want. you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you actually technically get higher fidelity out of an actual analog synthesizer.
Really? I didn't know that.
Because there's literally it's it's voltage.
Yeah, you're working.
There's no
right.
ones and zeros involved. It's literally
Yeah.
as deep
Yeah.
as you go.
Until you record it
as
into
much
your
as you can
DAW.
record.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
You get.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How good is the recording?
Yeah.
And then, that high fidelity is going to come with a lot of noise too.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's that high fidelity.
Yeah.
Right.
Something
Yeah.
I've always
What
wanted
you
to
got
try
is
is
good or
like.
bad. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I've always wanted to try taking just like a saw wave from some analog synth and comparing it to like Serum's saw wave and just see how different the harmonics are. Because I bet you there's like subtle little dips.
Oh, yeah.
in, like,
They're
certain
not
things,
saws.
but-
Totally.
And
They're
Yeah.
not actual saws.
But I bet you
and
they're
they're,
not
like,
that
moving.
far off.
You know, they're kind of moving around,
Yeah.
That's true.
you know? And
They
like,
usually have like a curve to them.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
You can't get. That's the nice thing about digital too. You're like,
yep, you can get that
give me
primo.
exactly a saw wave. And it's like this is a saw wave up to the 0.000000001%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Your ears are
Appreciate
not
that.
going to notice if we do it any cleaner.
Right, and then like
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing as like, would you rather be in like infinite heat or infinite cold? And it's like you can only take off so many clothes. You can put as many layers on as you want.
Yeah.
So you can always make it dirtier. That's
Yeah.
the nice thing about digital. Like you can
Totally.
take it from digital, record it onto tape. Hey, look, now it sounds analog
Yeah.
because it is. It's now been printed into an analog state. It is no longer
Right.
digital sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, which is pretty cool.
Arcane, welcome to the party.
Hey.
He's asking, would you consider Faceplant to be a modular synth?
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
used it enough. I
I would
actually
say
don't
it's a
own it.
modular synth.
I don't know.
It's a modular VST synth. But yeah,
Is a Serum modular?
Yeah, that was my first thought too. Then like a
I
Faceplant
would
is.
say
It is in the way
I
of
would
like
say it's not.
LFOs and shit.
yeah, it is in terms of routing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
You
is
can't-
not.
You can't add like
No,
infinite
it is.
oscillators.
It is
Serum?
modular in terms of routing. Yeah, because like
You can change the routing in Serum.
Well, as far as like
routing,
drag and
yeah,
dropping
you
in
can
LFO.
just drag and drop stuff.
You
Like-
can
like
modulate.
modulators.
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't like take the signal from like
No.
the phaser and plug it into
Yeah, it's not like
modulate
completely
the
It's not
oscillator
true.
or something.
Yeah, it's not true. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
more modular than a Moog.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Faceplant, a little more modular than Serum.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Um,
Bitwig.
more
most
modular than Ableton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grid.
Also,
Well,
accurate
yeah, there is modular in
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
Ableton
Bitwig
itself.
too.
Um,
But Bitwig
Bitwig.
itself
itself
is
is
a modular DAW.
Yeah, it is. That's what makes it
That's
so
right.
sick.
Man.
Accurate brought up this synth. Have you guys messed with Parawave? I've
haven't.
heard of it.
It
and
kind of
I've
looks
seen
like
it.
Faceplant.
I've never even
It
heard of
does.
this.
It's like a weird mix of Faceplant and Serum. It's really
Ooh,
interesting.
okay.
I've definitely played with it before. I feel like I've had a copy, whether it was a free download or a trial. You know,
Borrowed it from a
I
friend.
Yeah,
know what
borrowed
you're-
it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
it looks like it's playing
Yeah.
on the Faceplant thing.
Mm.
It looks pretty slick. I like this. I like having an ARP
Yeah.
built into a synth.
Yeah, not a lot of them
Yeah.
have it, and I wish they had it more. I love them.
And the
Right?
ones that
Yeah.
I have that do are like the ARP is pretty cool, but everything else around it built into it is trash.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like so using it is
Yeah.
nothing is null. I
Yeah.
can't use it for
Yeah.
anything else.
That's
So
how I
it's
feel like
like-
Thorn is. Have you guys ever played
Right,
with Thorn?
right.
Yeah.
Thorn, although Thorn, I will
it
say,
has a sick ass sequencer, and like you can like customize everything in that little sequencer like thingy,
right.
Yeah.
ARP thing, and it's so sick. But then everything else is kind of just like,
Is Thorn the one with
Yeah.
the harmonic?
It has-
filter?
it does have the
harmonic
see,
filter,
that-
though, yeah.
Because of that, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of love on it. You can smash
Yeah.
those waveforms, and they sound pretty decent.
I like using
little
that
noise on
guy.
'em.
Mm-hmm.
He's like my new favorite for sound design because I don't know what's happening. Like I'm
Who?
not familiar with it. This
Thorn?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just use it for like most of my weird sound design. That's like pretty basic shit pushed into a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
24 oscillators.
Oh, what
Sick.
this rapid thing or
Yeah. Well, Faceplant has all the oscillators, so
All
every
of,
oscillator made?
yeah.
it's a never-ending oscillators.
It is unlimited. And you know what?
400. Oh, shit.
Hey, there it is. Bros. Enter that.
Also, I'm not sure if that's working.
Oh.
Because usually I feel like when somebody enters, a little thing pops up on your feed, the person who enters that says like you entered the thing. But maybe we could talk about that after.
Yeah, that's with other programs that capture it.
Oh,
But
okay.
I have it right here with
It's
everybody.
it's finding people.
Oh, they are okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys are
Do
getting
not
in.
worry.
You're getting in there, guys.
How fun is that?
However, Russ got a type 400 in that chat.
Oh, welcome, Russ.
You'll be entered for that giveaway, my guy.
Oh, also, Jet said a fun little fun fact. The first drum machine was invented in the UK, apparently, in the 1980s.
Roland?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
Roland
It would
make the
have
first
to
one?
be. It'd be insane if it wasn't. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love the glitchy part of Thorn. Yeah. I haven't messed with it enough to like I need to spend like a day not trying to send it into a bunch of clippers and actually like try and make something pretty with it and learn the synth that it is. But I use Faceplant for everything now. Like
Really?
it is like my
Man, I need to get
project
it.
is audio or it's Faceplant.
Yeah.
Like that's just like all it is.
Yeah.
Man.
What do you use, Kyle? like your go-to.
I'm still on the like Serum and Ableton operator train. That's, like,
Operator, really?
I love
Hey,
Operator
tried and
so
true.
much.
Interesting.
It's like maybe my favorite
great,
synth of
yeah.
all time. I love
No
it.
shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like I think it's
Okay.
the perfect balance of like simplicity and complexity. Like you can do crazy complex stuff on it, but it's super approachable and it's like I don't know. I just love the way it's laid out and it's great. I love it.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah.
dude. That's one thing I just have not even really touched. Like,
Really?
Yeah. Like, of course I have like played with it, but I've never really tried to just like, oh, I'm gonna have a sound design sesh with it and just see what the
Oh,
fuck this
yeah.
thing. How do I like break Operator or just explore it?
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Yeah. That's what Chi used in all of his tutorial
Yeah.
videos. Yeah. He was just like, and I was like, what the Operate? Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dude, do you do any like FM synthesis stuff at all, or?
Yeah, not as much these days, because I was like relying so heavy on that for sound design. Like my first almost even 4 years, you know. So I've been trying to explore just like new ways to just get different tones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, FM is, you know, a goated little.
Yeah, it is goated. That's a true
Yeah.
statement. Like every song you hear,
Mhm.
even like pop songs,
yeah.
you're like, that's an FM bass. Right
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
like that's a
Got that love on
Yeah.
it.
that's an underground bass.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Especially like specifically, then now this is gonna get real nerdy, but like the bass lines where it's a sine wave modulating another sine wave,
Yep.
and the modulator is like pitched up
Yep.
an octave,
Yep.
or sometimes up to 2 octaves, I guess.
Yeah, it's basically the
Then-
house donk now.
Yeah,
It's like the iconic house donk.
I went to a show 2 weeks ago, and it was a dubstep show. Literally 3 hours straight, that bass the entire time. It did not change.
Wow.
Every song was just that variations of that bass. It was wild.
Dude, I know, right?
It's weird how like the meme bass was there for a minute, like just the like sine wave with fuzz on it.
Yeah, I still
You know?
love those.
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah, everybody does. And
I
finally,
feel like it's like at its most popular at the moment. I don't think that's
yeah, but I
dying.
think people now have like perfected it, where they're like, it
Mm.
only needs to be 3% of the drop. You're like, yes, that's correct. And
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
3% is sauce because
Yeah.
everything else
Yeah.
dips and you get a, and then
Right.
and
Yeah.
then you're good.
the
yeah.
fuck you bass.
Yeah, you don't need it every bar.
No.
Right.
Like, you need
yeah.
it every turnaround.
Yeah.
You know, but weird how that kind of hit before the FM bass in terms of like main like stream shit, because like the FM bass has been around for forever, for like
Yeah.
so long, but it just took for some reason.
Really, I'd
I
say
guess-
it's the opposite. Because I
Really?
feel like, at least like in the music I've explored, I feel like the noise bass is like a newer concept to me personally. But I definitely started more in like the dubstep scene, you know?
Yeah, I mean, coming from like, Noisy, I'm pretty sure uses it on their halftime EP from like 2012.
That's true,
It's
right?
like on a couple tracks where it's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
know? And it was basically after that I was like, oh, this is the coolest sound.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's a
Yeah.
great point.
I love
Sub
this.
and noise. Yes. Distorted. Go.
And then
Yeah.
it wasn't until I heard Blocked by DMVU, shout out.
Oh, that dude is killing it.
Denver.
Yeah, I went to fucking high school with that kid.
I know, it's so weird.
Crazy.
Shit.
Yeah.
But I heard his track Blocked, where he does a similar thing, but instead of white noise, it's like a little, almost a down sample on it.
Yeah.
So like on a phone, all you hear is the high pitch, but it like implies to your
Yeah.
brain that it's really low, so it's like squeaking or whatever. Like I don't know how it works.
Yeah, it's
but
like that
mentally,
psychological
yeah,
fundamental
when you
thing.
hear it, you're like, oh, there's sub right here.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
when you hear it live,
There actually is.
you can all of this sudden you can hear everyone talking, and there's just, and it's just me, just this
Yeah.
little high whistle, and everyone's like, oh,
yeah.
and it's just so sick because it gets quiet, but there's so much energy at the same time, and there's no fuzz. It's just like that little hiss,
Yeah.
like something is squeezing out of a really small hole.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah. Drum and bass shows are sick.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
you can.
Yeah.
Your ears don't hurt
No.
like
Yeah.
other shows.
Yeah.
Because they're
There's
all.
no mids. It's
Yeah, like all that 2K, it's like not harsh, and then the mids aren't bad,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
Dude,
it's
I,
kind of nice. You can be chilling,
right?
Yeah.
and
I
it's
went
just
to
like,
a.
Yeah.
somehow at the same
Chilling
time.
and your body's vibrating. Stuff
Yeah.
like
Right. You can turn to your buddy and be like, yeah, this song is sick.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And the whole
And it's-
time you're like,
I went to
Right.
a punk show one time with all my buddies, and my ears have never rang so hard in my entire
Really?
life, like going to any other show.
all
Yeah.
2K.
It was,
That
dude,
sounds like a punk
literally,
show, yeah.
It
Yeah.
was insane.
Yeah, all 2K.
It was,
Yeah.
it was so much. And it was
Right.
fun. It was great the whole time. But, like, I was there, and I was like, I'm just destroying my ears.
rock and roll is
Like-
rough on the ears.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Totally.
it's fun as fuck. But yeah, you're like, wow.
Yep.
There's a lot packed in from 1K up.
Right.
Oh my
Just
God,
a
right?
lot is packed in up there. You got
So present.
you got guitar, drums, vocals. You got like 3 of the guys above 1K and 1 dude below,
Yeah.
and the
Right.
drummer a little bit like with his kick drum and toms. But
Yeah.
like, ooh man, there's a lot. It's
Right.
crazy.
Dude, marketing is the biggest
Asshole.
asshole ever.
Marketing. Yeah.
It's
a
a weird
hate
thing.
What he said?
I don't know. It's It's
Not
blurred
only-
out
in my
on
opinion,
thing.
not only mixing is an asshole, marketing is also an asshole as well. Even mastering too.
Oh, he did say asshole. Did he say asshole?
Yeah.
What does that
Yeah.
even mean?
No, he
I was
says
just saying it sucks.
It just sucks. Yeah, he's saying it's
he's
hard.
an
Yeah,
It's a
is
lot.
an asshole. He's saying
Is an asshole.
not
Yeah, marketing.
yeah, not
Personified
only
marketing.
mixing. I mean,
If it was a person,
I don't think
marketing
mastering is
would be
anything
an
that
asshole.
insane,
I don't
in
mean
my opinion.
I think it's hard. Like it's hard to pick up. I think once you understand it, it's like super simple. I
That's
think.
fair.
But
That's totally fair.
especially
figuring
once you-
it out is hard.
especially
I
because
think.
nobody says like mastering's nothing.
Yeah.
Mixing is the
Right.
important thing.
Yeah.
But if you say that too loud, all the mastering engineers can be like, "You shut your mouth."
Shut your. We do hard work over here.
I
Yeah.
remastered
Pushing that
all
song
of
into the
Billie Jean.
limiter.
You know,
Yeah.
when
Right.
really it's like the mix does all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like the mastering engineer makes sure the album is cohesive
Yeah.
between song to song. They're all the same level. They're all kind of the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
They're they flow together. Like sure, he's doing some EQing things and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but like he gets all that knowledge after years of mixing,
right.
because that's the hard thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say at first it's not very fun, but once you kind of start figuring out like what the bass line is and like where to work from, then it's creative.
Yeah.
Then you get to start being like, well, I'm gonna paint
Yeah.
this and do this and
The
color
mixing.
this.
That-
You
that's
get to
when-
start having fun.
That's when I started liking mixing. Is when when I realized mixing is still relatively creative.
Right.
Too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It took us until we made like a lo-fi, and we're like, oh, all these tracks, like they kind of hit everywhere. Like there's some that are like -18 and some that are like -8, but like mostly around like -13. Like when you're listening to lo-fi on the internet or whatever. But it's kind of the mixes are just all over the place. Like they're not like it's just whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of great. You're like, oh, sweet, I'm gonna make this sound like it's in a trash can underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom,
Fuck
it's
it, no one
lo-fi.
Yeah,
cares.
and that's what it's supposed to be
Right.
for. Yeah. You
Right.
decide
And
it.
you do that a bunch, and then you start figuring out all the, like, you figure out what the baseline of what mixing is. And you're like, okay, I gotta like get everything level, and then I'm trying to pack all this sound into 2 speakers. Okay, let's try and figure out how this works, and then you get to use all the tools that you've been told to use, like panning and volume and reverb and compression and limiting and all the
Yeah.
things.
EQ,
Yeah.
saturation.
And now you just get to use them for this as opposed to like the writing. Like
Right.
now, yeah, it's like putting together a scrapbook. Like you already took all the pictures. now you got to put together a scrapbook, which is in itself
you took
another
the
fun
pictures,
activity.
You laid them out
Yeah. Now you
in
got
the
to
book.
yeah,
Now you got to put the glue on the back of the.
and make sure you're making the right choice. Like no, this one should go here because the park happened before dinner.
This one though
know?
doesn't quite fit right. but
Does
if I
anybody
put
know what a
this one in
scrapbook
front of
is? I
this
feel
one-
like some of our younger audience is like, what?
the fuck is a scrapbook, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, boomer.
Okay,
Holy shit, scrapbook.
Boomer beats.
But that's why you're here. It's the wisdom of the old.
Farts. Farts. That's what I meant.
Old- yeah.
And then you got the one Gen Z kid. Let's go.
Barely. Barely. Barely.
Hey, we're at an hour.
We are. We're gonna go ahead and do a little giveaway.
Okay. How many people do we have in there? 4?
We do have 4.
Nice.
All right,
Take
y'all.
me out. I think because I'm in there. Can you kill me?
I don't want to kill.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I wouldn't want to get blood all over the 400 sign, so
Yeah, that's fair. That's a sacred object.
yeah.
You did enter, and this is our first time doing this. So let's see how it goes.
Will you name everyone
Yeah,
who entered just so
actually-
they know?
If you're here and you haven't put 400 in the chat, you
Put
can do
400
that
in the
right
chat
now.
quickly.
Yeah. $20
You got
giveaway,
a moment.
ladies and gentlemen.
432. You got to type 400 into the chat.
Oh, did 432 make it? How to enter. What's up, buddy?
More like how 4
At least
enter.
that's how you're
Oh.
supposed to enter.
400, yep. Is he in?
It doesn't show him in, which is weird. It showed everybody
Maybe it
else
takes
in.
a sec.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who showed up today. Everyone who
Yeah.
sticked around. Everyone who's
no.
trying to make
Did
that
it
sweet
lose
double
everybody?
digit. Did it just lose everyone?
Yeah, I just refresh it and it deletes it. All right.
Okay, refresh. Everybody who wants to enter, type 400 in the chat right now.
If we have to, we can just write down on paper.
Yeah, right.
And do it the boomer way.
The
Since
boomer
we're-
way, yeah.
All right, 400 again in the chat. Everybody go.
Everyone send to 400 in chat if you're
Do it
trying to
again.
win
Do it,
20 bucks
do it
right
again.
now. We got guitarist in there. 400 in the chat right now. Oh,
Jack.
Russ is in. Let's go. That's my gift for you guys. What happened?
He just said if he wins, we can keep it, basically.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, what a gentleman. Jet, enter 400 in the chat
He
again.
did.
There
Okay.
you go.
What? Now it's only
Aqua,
registering
there we
Accurate and Jet.
Great.
No, 400 from 432.
Sorry, guys. It's our first time.
Yeah, see, he types it again. It's still nothing. Sorry, we're making you laugh, dude. This is this is
Shut up, Russ.
It's apparently dumb.
This is a professional podcast.
we
I don't know what you're talking
we
about.
know what we're doing.
Yeah, we know what we're doing.
This is just an act, okay?
I need
We're
a
trying to seem down to
Drum roll
earth.
sound effect forever.
Ignorance is trending on TikTok, so
This thing is kind of awful, huh? Maybe we try another one of these.
yeah. Next,
Maybe we'll do it again
yeah.
a couple weeks or something.
Next week we're giving
But-
away $400.
All right, we're going to do the giveaway in another week. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
We
it's
could,
not going down. Maybe it might.
hmm.
We'll see.
What's the way to do this? How many people do we have doing it? We could roll a piece of,
There
we
we
could
go.
roll a die.
Did it work?
I think I had to have these other ones.
Oh, the settings and
Oh.
everything.
Yeah, okay.
So who do we have in
We
there?
have 432, we have Accurate, we have Jet, and we have Rust Title.
Let's go.
We do need G back in the chat, though.
G, are you still here?
I mean, technically,
doubt
it's
it.
you have to be here till the end when we
Yeah.
Yeah.
do it if you're not
wouldn't
here.
know If you
Damn.
want it, so
G, if you're there, you have 5 seconds.
You have 5 seconds, bruh.
2,
And
3, 4, 5.
if you have not put 400 in the chat and you're here and you're just lurking, you're gonna skip out on $20 or what?
Yeah, just roll that shit. Let's see who gets it.
I'm gonna
Moment of
roll
truth,
it.
ladies and
5,
gentlemen.
4,
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Premature crowd noise.
Accurate has won the giveaway.
Oh! Aquid! Honestly, I'm happy he got it. He's been fucking supporting the channel for every week in a row now.
Absolutely.
All right, now
Yeah.
why can't I?
We can we can link to him on Discord. You're on Discord, right?
Yeah, are you in the Discordy?
Yeah. Or he can whisper us on Twitch. Whatever's. What do you guys? Either way. Or yeah, Discord. On Discord,
Okay, perfect.
send one of us a message of
All
your
right, very
Cash
good.
App or Venmo, your preferred method of monetary transfer. He's Jans and Riv. This is CTYA. I'm Asnadel. Hit any of us up here in the next 10 minutes or whatever, and we'll get it over to you.
Always.
Congrats, man.
400.
yeah.
All right, I just sent you a message there. Accurate. Love you guys.
Oh, never mind. He hit you up. Okay.
Guys, good job today.
Yeah.
Episode
Great
45.
talks.
Kyle, thank you for being on the pod.
Yeah,
Of course,
dude, thank you,
anytime.
You're
Love
a
being
legend. We love having you.
Thank you. You guys are legends.
Where can
Podcast is legendary.
where can folks find your tunes?
Oh yeah.
And you?
You can find my tunes. I guess I have some stuff on Spotify.
Okay.
I have more stuff on SoundCloud. There's a million Voyagers on Spotify, but
So
I'm
that's
on
it.
there.
Yeah.
Search for Swamp Crust. That's
Swamp
my most
Oh, what
that's
a
my
name.
my most unique song name.
Swamp.
No one
Crust.
else has that name.
That's a good one.
apparently. So I tell people to look for that instead of my name.
Oh, don't put that backslash.
Yeah. SoundCloud is just Voyage-R on SoundCloud. There's more shit on there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah.
Everyone, check out this guy's music. He makes insane music. He's been doing it for 9 years. He's literally borderline mastery, if not already a master
Goddamn
of his
right.
craft.
Oh man, you're gonna blush.
100%.
He's killing it.
400%.
Check it out.
We love you guys, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Peace out, you cunts. I love ya.